All right, so wonderful people, lovers of freedom. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. Welcome back to Let's Talk TV, your one and only YouTube platform, where they're giving a back-to-back update on how things they be, on how things they share for Biafra land and beyond. If you're joining us for the first time, remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications. So, also remember to like and share this broadcast as it is hot. All right, my wonderful people, the latest one with the buzz brains at the moment. Yes, as you all know, say after the lockdown, yes, after the sit-at-home lockdown, it has been raining heavily, woto upon the zoo army and of course the zoo government thought that none of these things that the PMBLGIE Simon Ekpa would not be able to do. And now we have shown them shege, we have showed them the real deal, we have showed them that we would be able to do anything we want to do so long as this whole situation is concerned. Anything that concerns Biafra land, the southeast, yes, people are in support of every single thing we are doing at the moment, and they would make sure that we get to the end of it no matter what happens. And that is the truth of the matter. We are not a set of people that will be disintegrated by what this zoo government would want to do. We know as even at the moment the former Abba state, where a whole lot of things started taking place as they took revenge on everything that has been happening and decided to kidnap little children. My people, even as I'm talking to you right now, these people are going to collect the revenge. They are going to actually feel the revenge of every single thing that they've been doing against the Biafra government, or the Biafrans, innocent Biafrans has done absolutely nothing against them. They are going to feel the wrath of Biafrans, and that is the truth of the matter. Everything we've been doing has been to the end, to this particular extent where we want it to be. We've not done anything out of course. We've not done anything that has been unusual. Everything has been what we've always wanted to do. The PM, Simon Ekpa, has pushed our movement to the top of the floor. He has pushed our movement to the top of where it is at the moment. And if we are being very sincere with everything happening right now, it is a big progress. And these people do not understand that we are not stopping at any point in time. We are awaiting the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which we are pushing for till the end of time. We cannot do all this. We cannot do all this and leave our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The disintegration of this zoo country is something that is meant to happen. It has been said, it has been prophesied. In fact, every single thing that is happening right now has been said that it would surely take place, and it is going to happen. No matter the situation of things, no matter what these people wake up in the morning and talk, no matter the amount of propaganda they push against the PM, we are not people that will be trifled with. This particular set of people, as we did so, we are not a set of people that would wake up one morning and you would want to change everything as it is already. No, even at the moment as I'm talking to you right now, the PM is giving them woto on every single mistake they are making. We all know as how this their so-called Jagaban has left the correction of the country, or the important changes that needs to be done, and instead what he has decided to do is to change the national anthem of the country. What will you call that kind of misplaced priority? Because I do not understand how your people will be suffering. Your people, the so-called people that you claim that you want to make things better for, will be suffering, and the only thing that you would tend to do is to go and change the national anthem. Who does it benefit? Who is going to benefit from that particular change? Instead, things are being hard for the people. Masses are dying, they are crying because everything has increased on a very high level ever since you became president. And that is one of the core reasons why we cannot be a set of people that would sit down and watch these things happen when we can be on our own. We have suffered for too long. We have been under this set of people for too long, and we are not going to let any single thing that these people do against us pull us down. No, we have decided to make sure that even at this point where the Biafra self-referendum voting has come to this extent of 30 million voters for it, my people, it is the biggest of it all, and we are not sliding back. We are not backsliding for any reason. We are not going back for any reason. The only thing that would make us happier is to keep going forward. My people, This is the main reason we are here. This is the only and main reason why we would continue to do the expected things we need to that needs to be done. And we are not slacking back. The PM, the Biafra Liberation Army, the Biafra Resistance Fighters, every single faction of the Biafra freedom, of the Biafra movement is working tirelessly to make sure that everything we do works the way it should actually work. And my people, we have a broadcast for you. I hope that you listen attentively to what the PM has to say. Yes, my people, listen. Thank you.
This, he's doing that. My people, I just want you to know that it's not possible. None of it is even close to being possible because he is working tirelessly. The amount of people they send against him, the amount of people that have wanted his arrest, even the time when they succeeded one way or another, they said there was a rumor that he was arrested and then he was released, and everything that comes up, it all ends up to be a lie. It all ends up to be false. It all ends up not happening because this man is protected by the Finland government, and the Finland government is in support of everything he's doing. And I would like to tell you that even the Finland government would know they would not support anybody that would be causing unrest in another state, and they will not even let him stay in their country if they found out that, or if they know that this particular man, this is what he's doing. But they know the fight, they know the roots of every single thing, and so because of that, they are supporting him. This particular movement is not a movement that anyone can just wake up and do and go to a foreign state and stay. If you are that kind of person that you are doing that side of thing, be rest assured that the country would investigate you before allowing you to stay there, especially in a country like Finland. If a Finland country would investigate you to be sure that nothing of such is going on, or you're not causing any of such, that whatever you're doing is actually up to your right and is what you can rightfully do, which I am sure that they have done properly on him, and they have verified that this particular person is doing nothing, just like the Mazinam the Kano was doing absolutely nothing wrong but fighting for the movement. But of course, this particular thing is what they would use to sway people in Nigeria. They would use to sway Igbo people in Nigeria, make them think that he's the worst enemy of all, and say so many rubbish against him. I would even come up and say that if since he's outside the country, he should come back. Mazinam the Kano, how the few times he came back to Nigeria, the very first time he came back, they arrested him. That was the first thing they did. And you expect him or anybody fighting for their freedom to come back to Nigeria. It's not possible. If we have a history of letting people that are fighting for their nation be in the country and be safe and every other thing without getting arrested, then the possibility of them coming back or staying or being protected in their state is there. But then anytime that this set of people find themselves or get themselves in the country, they are arrested. Do you expect the PM, Simon Ekpa, not to learn from the previous things that has happened and decide to be in a state that would really, really protect him from anything that is going on? Of course, he has found that state, and that state or that country is Finland, and that is why he's with the Finnish government. And as well, it has ended up that the main president or the person in charge at this point has ended up to be a very close friend of his, close to his best friend. And they are all working towards everything that would make sure that the Biafra movement is something that actually works out at the end, and not just something that people would hear about and not know what is happening. But my people, what I am here to remind you of is that this movement is as real as anything should be. The movement that is being made by the PMBLGIE is one of the biggest and one of the most valued by the true Biafrans that know that the fight is real, and that if we stop fighting, the day we stop fighting is the day we start ending whatever it is we want for ourselves. And so this is what is expected of Biafrans, not to avoid, not to ignore, not to lay down or to forget whatever it is. You are expected to do the needful. Stand steadfast, be ready at any point in time, because you do not know what's next and what is going to happen next. And so you are expected to be strong, and do the needful. Every single thing. I don't believe there's anything you're passing through now that there's people in the past that fought for this particular freedom have not passed through, that did not pass through. There are those that went through the main civil war, and there was a war, a real war, And it so happened that at the end, since we are still in one Nigeria, you would call it the fact that we lost. But of course, we are going at it again and we are going to win. We are hoping that the best would happen in our coming off and doing the needful things that we need to do. And so, my people, it is one of the important things that we need to do with anything that concerns Biafra movement. And so that is what it is. So yes, my people, this is what we'll end come to the end of this particular broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Thank you.